Well, we are again pleasantly with the General Secretary of the CPP, Mr. Ivor Greenstreet.
The Kobina should be part.
Ivor Kobina Greenstreet of Jamestown.
I'm not sure about Jamestown.
Are you not a mole from Jamestown?
Let's say a Greenstreet from Legon.
Okay, a Greenstreet from Legon. Well, Ivor, I remember actually in between the elections in 2008, the two elections in 2008, they had the benefit of interviewing you. Hopefully this time it will be a CPP one touch, so there will be no need to interview you in between elections.
Well, why not? We're working hard in that direction. I think if you take a close examination of the comments and behaviors of Ghanaians,
they want the CPP one touch.
No, what you feel is that they feel overwhelmed by these two large parties, the NPP and NDC, and more importantly, overwhelmed by the failures of these two large parties, but find it difficult to see out of that overwhelming darkness as to whether the light comes from CPP or from elsewhere. But one thing's for sure is Ghanaians think before they vote, and I believe that they are.
We are sophisticated.
They are thinking very carefully about what the best options are available to them, and we don't have the extent of, let's say, media reach or media coverage as the two large parties have. So the debate in Tamale certainly was a great flip for the CPP, because clearly, as you know, our Congress came late and our organization also came late. And interestingly enough, on the way to Tamale, we drove through Eastern region, Ashanti region, Brong Ahafo region, did some stops along the way. And as people saw the vehicles going past with the symbol of the cockerel and the various vehicles moving through, people were shouting, Ejumara Pakwesi. Even though, as you know, he has left our party. But interestingly enough, on our way down from Tamale, when they saw the vehicles and the symbols, they were shouting Abu Sakara.
So you think the IA debate has done you a lot of good?
Well, I think that clearly the name PPP and the symbol were chosen with a view to perhaps maintaining the connection between. Hey,
you're accusing Pakwesi of mischief.
No, I'm just saying that maybe they are clever sellers of their product, but
by confusing the electorate.
Well, we've had regular reports of people going into the hinterland saying that CPP is dead and the CPP is now PPP and the PPP is Dr. Indum. But for us, the Convention People's Party has been through far worse events. It has been banned, the government was overthrown, and so many things have occurred, but it still remains, and it still remains as a guiding post, or for us,
never dies.
Yes, for us a torch to what this country can become, and what we are failing to do. Hence our campaign slogan, Ghana must work again, Yabre. We don't believe the institutions that
what does Yabre mean in this contest? One of my friends has contested that.
Well, I mean, we're tired. We're tired of institutions not working.
Why don't you say Yafna instead of Yabre?
Well, I think Yabre to us is a proper manifestation of what we believe Ghanaians are also thinking, and that they're tired that in a country which has so much wealth, so many of the institutions don't seem to be operating in a way that will be leading to benefit or creation of opportunity for ordinary Ghanaians wherever they may be located in this nation. And for us, that is a bedrock of our philosophy, of our ideas. We believe in social justice, and we believe in the creation of opportunity.
As of now, of course, you used to be the major party. Now you're a marginal small party.
Well, I think in terms of the number of seats we have,
1%.
The number of
1%, one seat.
The votes we have garnered, clearly, that is the current reality. But I think there's a different kind of reality and that is that people know what the party did, and people know what the party is capable of, and it is for us to continue with our hard work to see how we can let them understand that we are still very relevant and still very capable and still have the men and women to deliver to them the kind of results they've achieved in the past.
Do you think there's a need to change part of our political structure, maybe even our constitution, to make it a little easier on smaller parties?
Well, clearly, there have been many discussions about proportional representation and other similar types of discussions. And one thing, obviously, that we are very much engaged in at the moment is to see how we can increase our representation in Parliament. And so we have a number of seats in different regions around the country that we're focusing on. And the problem with that is that, as you are aware, it is very easy for a candidate to make impact, to get a large amount of votes, but still lose the election and then be forgotten. So the key for us this time is which seats can we identify as we move closer to the finishing line, where we believe we can fight hard for the candidate and assist him to becoming a member of the legislature, and then for building the nature of the party in the public eye, and also pushing forward policies and holding the balance of power.
And obviously one of the leading seats must be Jomoro, the one seat you hold. You were in Jomoro from Tamale. How did you find it?
The journey, as you know, it was a lengthy one from Tamale. We slept in Techiman. The following morning we went to a very strong female candidate in Esinafo North constituency, and another strong candidate in Brekum East constituency who we're focusing on. Another candidate we have in Brongahafo who's doing very well is our good friend
Kabila?
Yes, Kabina Bonfair Jr., Kabila in Kintampo North. Then we descended through the northern part of Western region, that is, we stopped in Bibiani to assist the candidate there, slept in Sefiyosu, and the following day did some work with the candidates in Dwabosu and Kontembra constituency before going to Jomoro through Elubu. And even the chairman and leader, Samia Nkrumah, although she, had a good victory in the 2008 election, recognizes that, as an incumbent, you still have to demonstrate what you've been able to achieve, and you have to show why it is that the people should retain you in that particular constituency, which is what she's doing. And we believe, number one, with the amount of time, money and effort she has put into ensuring the literally development projects in almost every single village and town in her constituency, that she has laid the foundation with additional hard work to ensure
I myself was in Jomoro about 3 weeks ago, and what struck me most was the importance of the campaign efforts by the very handsome MPP candidate and the PPP woman.
Oh, I think it's a fierce contest, and it's a hot seat. And I think in the same way in 2008, MPP, NDC, PPP, all the parties concerned will fight very hard to take the scalp of our chairman and leader, Samia Nkrumah. In the same way, we are fighting hard in Kumbungu to take the scalp of the foreign minister, Alhaji Momini. In the same way, the CPP is fighting hard in Senyabereku to take the scalp of the Minister of Trade, Hannah Tete. It's a competition. Ghana has moved on, and we are now in a campaign of ideas and policies, and we believe if we can let our ideas and policies permeate down to the grassroots, all politics is local, and that we're able to get the proper organization and logistics to bear, that we have every opportunity of increasing our representation in Parliament.
Excellent, excellent. I'm about to conclude. Is there anything you want to say generally?
Well, not generally, but specifically. And specifically, I would like to tell your viewers and all Ghanaians who have the opportunity to...
You're talking to all of the world.
Watch this interview, and in fact the whole world, Africa and the whole world, that the Convention People's Party is alive, well and kicking, fighting hard on the basis of its ideas of social justice and equality, creation of opportunity for all, for building a nation that works for its citizens in an honest, transparent and vibrant manner. We believe that Ghana can work again, that Ghana must work again, and we will do everything to ensure that we make our contribution in this very important process. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Comrade General Secretary.